All right, we're going to do a couple new pieces, but first we'll start in our normal seated position. So we're going to scoot back a little bit. Tonight we are going to do a couple of things that we've never done here in this format. We'll cross the legs. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We'll put the hands on the knees, and we're going to start with the straight spine to the crown of the head, drawing that big circle on the ceiling, breathing in the nose. And one direction at first. Good, and then the opposite direction. Excellent. Back to center. Right hand down, fingers pointing out and away. Left palm faces the ceiling, and we're going to come up and over, long side reaching, looking up along the elbow, breathing in the nose. Great, let's switch it. Left hand down, right arm up and over, long side reaching, breathing, looking up along the elbow to the ceiling. Good, to center, we're going to twist. Right hand grabs the left knee, and left hand back behind you, sitting up tall, twisting. Excellent, all the way over to the other side. And to center, let's stand, and we're going to hop when we stand. So just a bit of hopping or back and forth in place. We're going to do a couple of these longer than we normally do them, but they'll be as long as they're done in the different traditions that they come from. So just a bit longer, hopping, shaking the hands out like you're trying to get water off your hands, and just hopping and getting loose. We're also getting the body warm, so we're still breathing in the nose. The core is a bit engaged. Bit more even, bit more even. Great, and let's stand still with the feet about the distance of the hips, You could bend barely slightly at the knees. And I'm going to come up close actually so you can see this, but stay standing. So we're going to take a breath in, bringing the palms up, and then a breath out, palms all the way down. And then breath in all the way up, and breath out all the way down. And keep going, breath in all the way up, breath out all the way down, breath in all the way up, breath out all the way down, breath in all the way up. Quite a few more of these. Breath out, down. We're just going to keep doing it. In breath as we pull up, out breath as we push down. In breath as we pull up, out breath as we push down. Back up again. Just over and over. Focusing on the breath. Feeling a little bit of the movement. And keep going. And bend slightly more at the knees, and we're going to swing the arms side to side. And we're going to do this a bit longer today. Keep going. All right, let's intertwine the fingers of the palms together. I'm going to come up close in case you need to see this. So we're going to circle at the wrists like so. We're just going to do this for a little bit, getting everything nice and warm. Good, and then we're going to reverse directions. So the opposite directions. Keep on moving those wrists. All right, great. Shake the hands out a little bit. And this one's more familiar than those others. We're going to stand on the left. We're going to lift the right knee up, and intertwined fingers are going to hold the knee. And the right toes could pull towards the shin, shoulders back, core in, standing tall, breathing here. All right, let that down. We can move a little bit, and then we'll do the other side. Standing on the right, intertwined fingers will hold the left. You can lock the toe to the shin if you like, but stand up real tall. Excellent. Step one foot over the other, and we're going to forward fold. Let everything fall off your back and then circle a bit in the arms. Stay in this one, we're going to reverse the circles. Good, and then switch the feet, so other foot over. And then we're going to pendulum. And we're going to keep pendulum. Keep doing this and breathing and letting the back drop. Good, let's stand for a moment. So this is frog, it comes from Kundalini. So we're gonna have the heels off the ground, but together. So you can see that the heels are there. And we're on the balls of the feet. And the toes are kind of slightly splayed. The fingers are gonna touch the ground. So we're gonna attempt to keep the heels together, even though they will come down to the ground occasionally. And we're gonna attempt to keep the fingers on the mat. So this is the in breath, just looking up. And the out breath, the heels come down, we straighten the legs, and then back down, in breath. And then again, straighten the legs. And let's just keep doing this over and over with the breath as best as you can. It's going to build a lot of fire in the legs. Take your time. If you get overwhelmed with it, please take a break. But we're going to try to go for a little bit. Ten more seconds if you got it. Woo! All right, let's stand. Oh, good job. Let's just take a moment here, just standing, thumbs out. Couple of breaths here. So we're going to keep the right foot at the top, step the left foot back, but into the ball of the foot for crescent. And with the arms up, we're going to bounce a little bit. All right, let's switch. Switch the feet. So left foot up at the top, right foot back and bouncing again. And one more side of each, right foot up at the top, left foot back, bouncing. Woo! Other side, one more, bouncing here. Great, step top of the mat, feet a little bit apart. We're going all the way into familiar territory now. So everything else will be familiar. We'll grab the elbows and we're gonna hang down and let everything drop off your back. You're welcome to bounce. You're welcome to just hang. We're going to take several breaths here. Engage the core, touch the ceiling all the way up. And on the out breath, all the way down, we're going to grab the big toes with the peace fingers, elbows pulling away from the ears, top of the head towards down. Good. Up again, touch the ceiling. And down again, each hand under each foot in the front. So the toes touch the crease in the wrist. It's okay to bend the legs. We're going to keep breathing. Excellent. Let's stand. We're going to take a couple of breaths here, just standing. And we're going to do our pivot. So we're going to step left foot back for the base of triangle, arms out over the feet. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach out, right hand down, left arm up, right into our usual suspects. Breathing here, if possible, looking to the reaching hand. Good. Up. First pivot, right toes to 45, left toes out the back. We're going to reach out over that left leg and left hand down, right arm up. We breathe here. Back up. Left toes to 45, right toes straight out the front. We're going to shorten the stance a couple of inches. Reach that left arm way out. And then left hand down, right arm up, twisting. We're going to breathe here. Good. Back up again. Let's pivot. Right toes to 45, left toes out, reaching that right arm way out the back. And then right hand down, left arm up, breathing here. Excellent. Up again. Left toes 45, right toes out. We're going to re-lengthen the stance for good old warrior two. Knee over the ankle so the front leg is bent and arms out over the feet. We're going to take several breaths here, engaging the core, dropping the shoulders, breathing and looking at the right hand. An extended side angle, we're taking the center of the right forearm on the leg, left arm up and over. We're going to stay here. You could put the right hand down if you prefer. Breathing and reaching. Good. Back up. We're going to straighten the right leg so we can pivot right toes to 45, left toes out, and warrior two facing the back. Tight core, light shoulders. We're going to take several breaths right here. Good. Forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. And if you want to put the hand down, again, you're welcome to. Good. Back up. Let's pivot to a warrior two, left foot 45, right toes out. We'll bend the right leg. We're going to turn the right hand so the palm faces the ceiling. Left hand barely touches the back leg, and we're going to arch back looking up along the elbow. And straight that right leg. We pivot warrior two to the back for a moment. And then we're going to turn the left hand to face the ceiling, and we're arching back right here. Good. We're coming up to horse. We're going to turn the toes so they're slightly splayed, bending the legs, opening up to the knees. We're going to hold the ceiling lightly. Core, breathing, staring straight forward. Good. Straight the legs, turn the toes to run straight forward. We're going to touch the ceiling, and then we're coming all the way down with the hands right under the shoulders. Drop your spine through the top of your head and breathe here. Good, back up, we're reaching out to the ends of the fingers. And behind the back, we're going to intertwine those fingers. You can push the palms all the way together if you like. We're going to look up. We're going to forward fold, lifting the arms right up off the back. Breathing here. And up again, touch the ceiling. And down again, we're grabbing shins, ankles, or big toes of the peace fingers. Pull the elbows away from the ears, reach the head down. Stay down low, both hands over to the right, left shoulder under and through. And over to the other side, please. Excellent, let's stand. We're going to shorten the stance to about 3.5 feet. We're going to turn the right toes straight to the front. We're going to bring the arms out for pyramid behind the back. We're going to grab the elbows or reverse prayer. We're going to pull the shoulder blades back and together. We're going to look up, and then we're going to forward fold and do our best to look at the right foot. You could stay in pyramid if you feel like it, or into warrior 3 by pushing off that back foot. Trying to make a capital letter T with the body best as you can, however you're feeling this evening. And right hand down, left arm up, Ardha Chandrasana. And switching the hands if you like. And put that left foot back down, and we're going to pivot, right toes to 45, left toes out, arms out. And then again behind the back, elbows a reverse prayer. We're going to look up, and then we fold down here on the other side for pyramid. Breathing. And if you like, up on the front foot. And Ardha Chandrasana, left hand down, right arm up. And switching the hands. All right. Let's stand top of the mat. You can shake it out a little bit if you like. And we're going to do tree, standing on the left foot. I'm going to grab the right ankle, see if we can get that lock. You could hold it if you prefer, or put it out in front. Hands to the heart are all the way up. We're going to take many breaths right here. Excellent. Let that down, step it out. And then standing on the right, we're going to lift the left and hands to the heart. Whatever you did on the other side, we'll try to do the same. Excellent. Let that down, step it out. Standing on the left again, we're going to lift the right. We're going to do right on right, right hand grabbing the knee or big toe, extending the leg, standing up straight and tall. Many breaths right here. And we're going to open that leg out to the right as we look out over the left shoulder. Good. And back to center and then leg out on its own. Show me the bottom of the foot there. Excellent. Let that down, step it out. And standing on the right, we're going to lift the left. Left hand grabs the left knee, and unless you extended the leg, we're going to sit up tall, stand up tall rather, breathing here. And open that leg out to the left as you look out over the right shoulder. Whoa, back to center, leg out on its own. Excellent. Let that down, step it out. One more balancing pose. We're going to stand on the left foot and we're going to grab the right ankle and reach that knee straight down and the left hand straight up. Core in, lengthening through the quad. If we can loosen up the quad, we can release the tension in the low back. Keep on breathing. Great. Let that down. You can step it out if you like. And we'll stand on the right and reach that left knee straight down and the right arm straight up. Excellent. Let that down. With the feet under the hips, slightly splayed toes, we're coming down into a squat. I'm going to push the elbows against the legs and lengthen up the back. We're going to take a mini breath right here. If you wanted to do a crow or headstand, we'll be here long enough for you to do that. And so otherwise, breathing, again, elbows in the knees, lengthening up the back, breathing in the nose. Great. Hands in prayer straight forward. And we're coming all the way up to the ceiling, lifting. And then all the way back down, hands straight forward. And up again, lifting. And all the way back down, hands straight forward. All the way up again, lifting. And back down. And one more, all the way up, lifting. And back down. And let's come to hands and knees. So we're going to do the twist that we didn't do earlier. We're going to step that right foot up to the top and scoot that foot a little further forward. We're going to reach the arms up like a big funnel here, breathing. Let the hips hang down as best you can. Lengthening again through the left quad. And let's twist the left elbow outside of the right leg. Hands in prayer pulling towards the chest. You can turn the fingers up towards the face. You could also straighten the left leg coming onto the ball of the foot if you prefer. And let's keep breathing here. Great. Let's do the other side. So right knee back, left foot up to the top. Big funnel arms up to the sky. And let's twist other side. Hands in prayer, pull in, fingers to the face. And if you lifted the knee on the other side, do that here. Great. Back to hands and knees. From here, we're going to do pigeon, just coming into it the easy way. So we're going to step that right knee up to the top. And we're going to scoot the left leg back. We're going to lift the heart looking up. And we're going to come right down onto the floor with the head, breathing here. And let's just easily get to the other side. So we'll step that right knee back, and then that left shin comes to the top. We'll scoot the right leg back, lifting the heart, and then back down, right onto the other side. And you can put the hands down, and we're just going to swing that right leg around and come into a seated position. Once sitting, the left leg is going to come straight out in front of us with the right sole against the left leg. So we're going to do our moving Janusirasana. Left hand can grab the toes or the shin. We're going to reach up, breathing in. We're going to breathe out, folding it all down, and all the way back up, breathing in. And over, please. The out breath is on the downward fold. And next time you're up, go ahead and stay up, and we'll look to the reaching hand. Excellent. Let's do the other side of that. Right leg out. So right on right, left sole against the thigh there. And then up with the left arm, looking. And then as we breathe out, down and over and over. Out breath on the downward fold. The next time you're up, we're going to stay up again. Great. Back to center. We're going to take the right heel under the left hip with the knee pointing straight forward and the left foot just outside. And for some of us, that might be plenty, sitting up tall. You could, if you like, a right hand grabbing the left shoelace. We're going to pull back and push the hands on the ground and lunge a little forward. You can reach the right arm up, down the back, and grab the elbow. And we're going to stay here. Remember, you could step it back. You don't have to follow along to all of those. You could stay right in that first element of just having the foot outside of the knee. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So left heel under the right hip and then foot outside. We're going to sit up tall. You could stay here. You grab the shoelace. You put the fingers on the ground, lunging forward. Left arm up, down the back. Breathing here. Lots of options. Excellent. Unwind that. We're going to put the legs out, shake them around a little bit. And we're going to do our twist. Right leg bending. Left arm grabs that leg. Right hand behind you. Sitting up tall, shoulder back. Just looking at the back wall. Maybe the elbow outside. Excellent. Let's switch it. Right leg out, left sole in. Right arm grabs the leg. Go ahead, sit up tall again. And you're welcome to bring that elbow outside. Good. Back around the center, both legs bent. We're bringing the arms under the bent legs and we're going to roll onto the tail. You could stay right here. You can let go, locking the shoulders back. You can straighten the legs. It's 1 to 5, breathing in the nose, shoulders back, looking at our feet. And cross the legs, sit up really tall. And back up, number 2 or 5. Cross the legs, sitting up tall. And number 3 or 5. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And number 4. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And yes, last one. Excellent. Hug the knees in. Let's lie back. You can bring the forearms up on the shins and pull down and bring the nose up to the knees. Then we're going to put the feet down, feet on knees, 2 fists apart. Longest finger almost touches the heel. You're welcome to do Urdhva Dhanurasana, or here we go with bridge, lifting the hips, tucking the shoulders, intertwining the fingers, pushing the arms down and the hips up. Excellent. Back down. Hug the knees in again. For those of you that like, we're going to go upside down, starting with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head. And we'll take a full 5 breath here tonight. You have the hands on the back or fingers interlaced with the arms down. Legs straight, toes falling towards the earth over the top of your head. And if your hands are not on the back, place them there now and lift the feet straight up to the ceiling. Stay longer, heavy shoulders, heavy elbows, looking at the feet. All right, bend the legs, bring the knees down, and we're gonna roll straight into dead bug. Knees in the armpits, soles of the feet up to the ceiling. You can stay still or rock around a little bit. Excellent. Knees into the chest like you got pencils pointed up to the ceiling on your knees. Big circles on the ceiling, one direction here at first. And then the opposite direction, please. Excellent. Let's lay down flat. This one's a little more complicated than the one we normally do, so we're going to take our time. We're going to lift the left knee up. The right hand's going to grab the left knee. We're going to reach the left arm straight out of the arm socket. We're going to pull that left knee over to the right with the hip lifting up, and we're going to look to the reaching hand on the left. Back up to center, we'll lay down for a moment. And then that right knee is coming up. The left hand's going to grab the right knee, right arm out and away. We'll pull that knee over to the left as we look to the right. Good, back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe bring the nose up again. Thank yourself for coming out. And then we're going to lay down for a few minutes of final rest. So get as comfortable as you can. And let the breath return to normal. And just float downstream. Excellent. Let's move the fingers and toes a little bit. You can rotate at the wrists and the ankles. And then let's stretch the hands way out the top of the head, lengthening toes to fingers, and pull the core down. Nice, bring the knees into the chest and roll yourself up to a seated position. Once sitting, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center, rubbing them together. And like a big funnel up into the sky, we're going to take a breath in through the nose as much as we can get. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth and even more. We're going to hold the breath, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor, and let it all out. Living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. It's danieloverberger.com. That's where you can find links to the Venmo and PayPal. And let me